Aria, do you like the cushions? Alright then. Hi guys! How have you been over the past 2 months? Yeah, so much for the summer of videos, but I'm finally back, and today we'll be making pastel galaxy themed cushion covers. Start by adding roughly equal amounts of dye and dye salt to a container. I used about 25 grams of each. Then add a small amount of freshly boiled water, slightly more to the yellow one. Then repeat this until you have all 4 of the colours shown below. I'm making 2 cushions here, so I use 1 metre by 1.5 metres of pure cotton fabric. A synthetic mix might turn out a bit lighter, or you might need to use some more dye. Now comes the fun bit. Just get your container of dye and start pouring on your fabric. You also want to have a container of water nearby so you can pour that straight over and blend it out. I'm literally just using my hands to get a ripply effect, but that does mean that you'll need some form of gloves unless you want to turn into a smurf. I then dipped my fingers in the dye and flicked it on. You can also use a paintbrush for the areas you want to be a little bit more concentrated. Obviously, all cats will instantly want to be involved, but if you warn them of the threat of being turned blue, it should keep them at bay. Once you're happy with the blue, you can move on to your other colours. So here I'm on the yellow. Be sure to overlap it a bit so it really blends in and you get a nice phase of green. If for any reason, like the British summertime weather, you need to stop at any point, just hang it up to dry for a while and you can bring them inside and start again. I repeated the dyeing step with bleach, just in a few areas to lighten them up. You can also use a brush to flick some of the bleach mixture onto the fabric, because this really looks like stars. Just leave the bleach to develop for a while, and once you're happy with the colour, rinse thoroughly in some cold water. I then repeated this step with the dyeing and the bleach again, just to get a few more layers, and it really kind of creates some depth in your galaxy. Once you're completely finished and you've rinsed out your fabric, you can then put it in the washing machine. This will get rid of any remaining bleach or dye, so just be careful that you don't put anything that could be damaged by this in the washing machine with it. You then just need to trim down the edges of your fabric. However, you really need to follow the grain of the fabric, and the easiest way to do this is to make a small cut, then rip the fabric. So you want to keep it really nice and taut, and it should just follow down the grain. And because we're stitching these into the seams, you won't see the edge anyway. Once you've done that, choose your favourite section of the fabric that you want to be the front of your cushion and work out the edges from there. This handy dandy, definitely not made in paint guide should help. Then you just want to fold your fabric as seen on screen. It's kind of confusing because it looks like it's in reverse, but we'll be flipping the cushion covers inside out when we put them on the cushions. Once you're all folded, just pin along the bottom and top edges, and then you can sew them. The measurements I used leave space for a 1.5 centimetre seam allowance on either side, so just start sewing 1.5 centimetres in from the edge. And remember, before you start and finish, go forwards and backwards in the same spot a couple of times just so that it'll hold the thread. And then we're done. So this is the finished cushion cover, and this is how you put it onto your cushion. It's pretty straightforward, you just have to wrestle with the cushion a little bit. But once it's there, it will stay put, no zips, no anything. Brilliant. I've just been redecorating my room and I really wanted some cushions like this, just to add a bit of colour. But the cheapest good quality ones I could find were about £30. These cost less than 20 for both, including all of the dyes, which we didn't even use half of. Plus, you can make them any colour or pattern that you want. Nobody will have a cushion like them, unless you have a clone that's equally amazing at making cushions. Thanks for watching. To check out my last video, click right here. And to see my next video, click over here. And don't forget to leave any suggestions for future videos in the comments. Bye!